Welcome, race fans, here tonight at Area 51 as these guys get ready to take on Kentucky Motor Speedway under the lights. It's going to be a beautiful night of racing, nice and cool, very nice and cool. It's going to be fun. Don't got to worry about sweating. Should be very comfortable for these drivers in here with this air temperature and track temperature out there. They shouldn't get a little bit too sweaty, but you know, we're down to the nitty-gritty time here with these guys, as their season's about ready to come to an end next week. So it's crunch time, everybody, to try to make it into the next round. And well, it's not so much the next round, it's to make it into where they can race anytime they want and get out of the recruitment stuff and be able to run on Thursday nights, Sunday nights, or you know, the other nights after that. But until then, I am gonna be down here on the track here. I am gonna have my good old colleagues here. I'm gonna have good old Brian Johnson, which is gonna be coming up with a new nickname here in 2020 eventually. So anybody has one, hey, hit us up in the chat, let us know what to call him. Brian. And Macho Man Randy Savage. And yeah, do the sound. You can do the soundboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And we got Captain Crunch, Zach Hall.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Well, we're winding down for their 4-week season here. Top 5 advance onto their well, I say advance, it's actually not an advance, but they get the run when they want. Yeah, promotion. Okay, good. Yeah, that's the way we call it. So yeah, they get the promote, you know, up to the run with the, you know, Thursday night and Tuesday night if they want, and stuff like that. So but we are packing a big field here tonight so far. Now I do want to quickly let everybody know the game did not let me go into the watch mode for some reason. So you're going to see Robert A. Moyer in the standings. I'm not racing. So it's going to be down there. It's an iRacing thing. Don't know why, but anyway. So, all right. Well, what's that?
You should race.
I should race. I'll probably finish last.
Pull out the wheel right now, Robert. Pull it out.
Blow the dust off of it.
Yeah, he's not lying. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, he's not lying. He could get in his watcher. He's just lying. He just wants to race. I think he wants to race.
You know what? I actually could. I could pull it out and drive and broadcast at the same time. But the only problem is that you'll see in-car the whole time.
Him.
Oh, man. But what are we looking at here tonight at Kentucky? I really don't know. I don't think you guys really know what we're going to be looking at in these cars.
Man, well, we have a night race.
That's a good thing.
Here. It's almost 10 o'clock at night sometime. So, I mean, it's late night. We got an air temp of 66 degrees, track temp of 68. I wouldn't imagine that would change much since it is already so late in the night, but it could. It's quite possible. To be quite honest, Kentucky is not my favorite track to race on. Just because I really don't get it. It's you know, it's a mile and a half, but for some reason it's a little bit weird to me. So Zach might be a better person to describe it.
Yeah, I love this bumpy old place. It's actually one of my favorite mile and a half. Seems to always click a little bit better with me, this older surface. But you know, it's going to be interesting tonight here, Brian. Mostly the biggest thing we're going to be looking at tonight is these guys aren't going to be running wide open around this racetrack. They will not. It's not going to happen. They're going to have to do a pretty big lift going into 1, and a pretty decent lift probably going into 3 too. So no flat footing tonight here in the Cup car. So we're going to see who can will this thing the best. But I'm excited. You know, like I said, like this racetrack. It tends to be a pretty good racetrack for fall off, and you know, you can kind of run a line different than other people. There's a little variation. There's not really multiple grooves, but there's variation in the way you can run this racetrack, and I think that gives the driver a little bit more, you know, control at his hands, and hopefully we see some good racing here tonight. I expected just really big thing is I know this newer tire model, and I think you could probably allude to this, Brian, in the races that we've probably done. It feels like the dirty air is really strong, and clean air is really crucial to saving tires and not burning your stuff up riding behind something.
Yeah, there's the grip level change between clean air and dirty air in these cars now. I mean, it was a major difference a year ago when we switched to these things compared to what we had before. But now with this new tire model, these V7s on here, it's even a bigger change. I was always under the strategy of, run up front, try to get the clean air, get the cleanest air possible, and that's what is gonna, help me be successful at the end of the race. Some guys, they like to start at the back and kind of work their way through and feel the race out. But I think now it's even more important to just get to the front and stay at the front. Um, it, again, these tires are very good road tires. And they're decent on oval as well. They're just a little bit weird for oval, but they are, in some respects, an improvement from what we had. But going back to the track, I just remembered. But I think one thing that me and this track don't get along with is turn one. You go into turn one, and the line I like to run on this shape of turn and with the banking, there's some nasty bumps right in my way. You alluded to a bumpy track. It's definitely got some nasty bumps that you have to avoid and adapt to. And if you hit those bumps wrong in turn one, you're going to lose a ton of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, clean air on the long run is going to be very, very crucial. I think fuel tonight, probably looking at upper 20s, I'd imagine, low 30s.
Yeah, probably lower 30s.
Yeah, we're off the throttle so much. But it's going to be a great race. I think we've got about maybe 23 to 25 people here, so a very, very good field here at Area 51. Yeah, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, for sure, man. I completely agree. Like you alluded to, the bumps can definitely affect your line here. I think that's why I actually like it the most. Is I think I've figured out the way I can navigate the bumps as good as as you can, because you're not gonna get away from the bumps. There's a lot of bumps pretty much all over this racetrack. So, and also it's one of the more tougher pit roads to get onto, I must say. The way the banking transition is.
Yeah, it's tough to get onto and it's tough to get off as well.
Yeah, very true.
We have a blue cone that we have to follow now. That's been in iRacing, I think, for about a year maybe. And but there is a wall right there with you, and you got barely a lane between the wall and the racing surface. So to
on
be
cold
able
tires.
to, on cold tires, that these V7s, they no grip when they're cold. So getting off of pit road is going to be extremely sketchy. And if we get some green flag pit stops here tonight, that's going to be where you make it or break it.
I agree completely, man. It's going to be one of those nights. And I think, we're used to this ever since this newer draft package came out to iRacing last year. We're used to seeing a lot of pack racing. And really, Kentucky, we saw the same last year. We'd see really the field stay stacked up for the first 15 laps, and then we'd start to break away from each other. I think we're going to see them break away pretty fast here tonight. I think it's going to be almost a 2017 looking type of package here. Breakaway, like, it just seems like this track doesn't suit that package as well. Maybe someplace like Michigan would. I'm just watching a few guys, Brian. I'm glad you pointed out that pit road exit, because wow, it is slick.
It's narrow.
It's very narrow, very, very narrow. That's for sure. You got to guide your way through it very carefully. So that was a very good point brought up to you there.
Yeah, and going back to the tires and draft package, that is one thing that the tires, I think, did give us an improvement on in these cars, is just the ability to not be in a pack for 15-20 laps. You do have to build up heat and pressure in these tires to have a good amount of grip, so that if you're behind somebody, you cannot be as fast as them. It's not going to happen usually. So it does tend to kind of spread the field out.
Be a tenth and a half quicker,
at least.
Yeah.
That's and that's it's a challenge, and I think Kentucky, depending on the conditions, can be a difficult place to pass. At least for me, because I can't even remember whether you pass people on the inside or the outside here. I get this place confused with Kansas a lot as well, but I like Kansas. But, it's an odd track.
Yeah, it definitely is. I feel like in 1 and 2, you're going to want to try to pass on the bottom. It's going to be, you can do it on the outside, and you can hold people off on the outside easier in 1 and 2, I believe. But 3 and 4, I think the bottom lane, really the middle lane actually does come in sometimes, but I prefer the bottom lane. So that's just me. So we'll have to see, where these guys are making the moves as they move in the qualifying here.
That's right. All right, guys. Good good info for tonight's Kentucky race. I much appreciate that. All right. Well, hey, thank you for everybody out there liking and following the stream and sharing with your friends and family. But, well, we'll see if what we can do here in qualifying. But before we do that, we'll just give a quick shout out to our sponsors here tonight as we heard the spiel before, and we'll have Brian go through it again. Definitely, anybody out there, please go check out iPitting. Brian's got some good details on that. It's a very, very good program for web-based for iRacing. But what more can you tell the viewers out there if they have not checked that out yet, Brian?
Yes, go ahead over to ipitting.com and see what they have in store for you. If you're into the numbers of iRacing, data, that's going to be your place to go. iPitting gives you a great layout of all the different types of data you may need or want to see, from schedules, results, championship points, and standings. iRacing, it can kind of be frustrating to, hey, I want to look at the schedule and I want to look at the championship points, but I got to click 3, 4, 5 different things to get from one thing to the other. So iPitting makes that much more simple for you. It's all web-based. Don't even have to download anything. So that's very convenient as well. It's also a great help if you do some team racing and want to share your iRacing endeavors out there, share your results onto iRacing, onto Facebook or Twitter. iPitting makes that available to you as well. And then you can always, I think they have like a little widget application guy you can download that iPitting will help you stream to Twitch while you are racing. So that's always a good thing to have some help with that. So go check out iPitting over at ipitting.com. And I think anybody that is into that data sort of thing will be very happy they check that out.
Yeah, most definitely. All right. Well, hey, give everybody a quick update. I couldn't, again, I said to everybody, I couldn't go into the watch mode. So we do not see any cars out in qualifying. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't get, I
That's
got
right.
to stand.
You
I
can't
got
spy on them.
No, I got this. I got the qualifying running order up there as we see Levi Cox now put down to 30.997. But so unfortunately, I can't watch anybody. I do apologize again. iRacing. I couldn't investigate at the last minute why it did it. So, but anyways, yeah, you got any new info, or is it still the same info there on Dirty Air podcast coming up here with your premiere broadcasting that you're going to have? Not live, but like you said, Zach, it's going to be pre-recorded, and then Brian and Zach will probably be watching as everybody else is, and hit up in the chat and talk and whatever else.
Yeah, definitely. So 2 weeks from tonight will be our first premiere of our first episode of 2020. So Dirty Air Podcast will be back, of course. So you can always check out the Dirty Air Podcast at Dirty Air Podcast on Twitter and Facebook. So make sure you go check out there. It's always all the news you need. But yeah, pretty much announcing here as we did the other night. 2 weeks from tonight. So on February 5th, February 5th is the premiere of our first episode of 2020. And if you enjoy motorsports podcasts and really just talks about all types of things, I think we'll dabble into some maybe some two-wheel stories too, because I want to see Brian's take on some of that racing. But yeah, and even Brian can maybe bring in some NHRA stuff coming for this next year. But we have a lot of motorsport stuff to talk about: F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, even. So it's going to be, and actually we got the Daytona 24 coming up here, so we'll be able to talk about that in our first premiere one too. So, lots of stuff to talk about. We go over a variety of different things, so please check us out if you have the time. And remember, 2 weeks from tonight will be our first premiere episode, and I believe the way I'm going to do it, I'll go ahead and announce that right here because I haven't really said nothing about that. I believe I'll premiere it before, like, around 6, I'd say, on Wednesdays, so it'd be before tonight's race, technically.
Right,
So
and before
you
any
could,
other leagues
yeah,
out there
yep,
do their league
start.
racing, people can come and watch. And Brian was
Exactly.
talking to me a little bit earlier before we went live. You know, he's going to be helping a buddy. He's going to
Yeah,
be
that's
able
true.
to give actually real life insight of racing and everything. So I mean that's going to be cool to hear his input through the year of this year of him going to the tracks and helping his bud. But anyways, I guess you got a little bit more there, Brian, than I do because it's your friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a coworker of mine. He just recently moved up into my area, and he raced sprint cars down in Texas, and so he wants to do that up here. So we're going to be running the Carolina Sprint Car Series, something or other, sponsored by
Something.
I can't remember what type of lubricants, but you know, we're going to be doing that. That's
Freaky
from
Fast Broadcast and Lubricants.
yeah, there you go. It's going to be running from April to October. So I think he said he's going to try to run most of them. So that'll be pretty fun. I ain't never really kind of been behind the scenes of that. So that's going to be cool. And, you know, going back to the Dirty Air podcast, I think, you know, last year we wanted to talk about different types of motorsports, but at the same we found ourselves kind of running out of time on certain things, trying to fit it all into 1 hour. So maybe this year with the pre-recorded stuff, maybe we can figure out how to you know, get the drag racing stuff and the motocross stuff in there, because I think that would be pretty cool, just to, you know, kind of give the whole motorsports world its fair share, rather than just kind of stick NASCAR in F1, as all these guys are set on pit road now. Big old field here tonight. We got about let's see if I can fix my grid. Got 26 people, possibly.
26.
25 maybe, if you include an admin in that number.
Yeah,
plus Robert.
Take me out.
Sure. It'll be 24, I think, with Robert unincluded, because I think being Gear and Dale Willoughby, they have took her behind the fence.
Do you want to, yeah, we have Billy out there on Facebook said, unfortunately, he's mad. He ain't going to be able to run tonight. Well, sorry, man. Maybe next week, or, you know, technical problems or whatever you're having there, but I don't know. But let's go through the top 10 here, the Freaky Fast top 10 here, Brian, real quick, as these guys get ready to rock and roll here late night at Kentucky. It's going to be fun.
Sure is. Well, tonight your pole sitter going to be Levi Cox, the only person to break into that 30-second bracket with a 30.997, just barely, but did it. Right beside him is going to be Ryan Kelly, starting in second place. Behind him, Charles Johnson in third. Then we got Kyle Hess in fourth, Jeremy Ogle in fifth, Michael Whitaker sixth, John Stathakis in seventh. I probably said that wrong again. Brandon Clark in eighth, Justin Spear ninth, and Matt Quick gonna be 10th quickest. And that is going to be your starting grid top 10 here tonight, Area 51, Kentucky.
All right.
It's going to be good.
Freaky 10. Or that's how Zach, I think that's how Zach says it. How do you say it, Zach? That's your freaky...
The fast 10.
That's it. Your fast 10. Fast 10. Fast 10. That's right. Oh, Billy just missed the session. Sorry, Billy, man. That stinks. All right. Well,
get ready to go. You can register from your phone.
Do what?
Quick tip. You can register from your phone, I believe.
Oh, can you?
I don't think so.
I never heard of that.
Oh, I thought you could.
Oh, that would be something cool. But
maybe you can. I don't know.
But all right, hey guys. Well, we're under green here. Off we go here at Kentucky Motor Speedway of Area 51 with third race of the season with one race to go. So
Levi Cox, Ryan Kelly to the outside, Charles Johnson on the bottom. Levi Cox is doing an amazing job to get that pole here. Looks like Charles Johnson let some guys go by. Yep.
You don't want to be under fire right there. He said those guys kind of, somebody, head on straight to the wall.
Wrecking in the back.
Bit of a collision there. A little tappy tap.
That'd be the 12 Robert Richards.
Ooh. All right, well, let's see if we can go back and catch and see what happened with him just starting out this race here. See him going down the backstretch. Man, they're all spread out all over the place. Got the 46 down underneath him. Ooh, tap, tap. Ooh, into the wall. Yeah, the 46 slid up a little bit there, guys, and got him in the left rear. Eesh. Well, that's okay, though. They do got 3 fast repairs here, so, I mean, it's the beginning of the race. Go get it fixed.
Oh, that was stupid of me to say. Of course you can't register, but you can set it up to where it'll send you a reminder to register. That don't help you much, though.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wow, that'd be cool. Register on a phone? That'd be cool.
It should be, that should be something, you know, they're getting that beta UI in there. Maybe, you know, have a little app to go along with it.
Yeah, okay.
Install. That'd be cool.
Answer the question out there real quick, guys. Ryan, let's see, is this yes, it's a fixed setup league. But they don't use iRacing's base setup. Charles Johnson modifies the setup to give better grip, better handling car for everybody to run. So overall, yes, it's a fixed setup. It's a fixed setup league. Also on YouTube, we've got a new paint scheme coming out tomorrow night from Logan Helton. Nice. All right, okay, well, just keeping track of everybody. Yeah, I appreciate everybody out there chatting on our streams. I do much appreciate it. But all right, guys, well, back to the race. Well, we just started and we're under our first yellow here, so I'm not sure what we want to talk about here, but we'll get back green here.
This does ensure that they can do a 2-stop, I would imagine.
I would imagine so, but how about this? Look at Levi Cox's hood. He's got the Pepsi Man on his car.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you see. I was just looking at the back of his car.
Pepsi Man.
Let's see if I can get a. There we go.
He squirts soda out his wrist.
Out his wrist.
Yeah, like, you know, Spider-Man.
See, I'm a bit too young to remember Pepsi Man.
I don't know. Was there Pepsi Man?
I
think it's going off of Spider-Man, Brian.
No, I think Pepsi Man was a thing.
Was there a Pepsi Man thing? I don't recall.
I think so.
I don't know about that, man. That was before my time, if that was the thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
Pepsi Man, it was a video game.
Really?
It was released in Japan in 1999.
Oh Jesus!
Pepsi Man.
Oh well, you know what though? I do like the paint scheme.
It is.
I like it. Yeah, that's good.
That is a nice looking paint scheme. Nice chrome on there. I mean, blue, red. It's really nice. I like it.
You score Pepsis.
Well, I'm a Pepsi drinker, so never was a Coca-Cola drinker. So
Pepsi is made in New Bern, North Carolina. That's
the birthplace.
Where I live. Yeah.
This cool little store they got set up.
Yeah, they got some cool stores down there. Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yep.
Yeah, New Bern is a great place to visit if you ever get the chance.
Yeah, it was the first capital of North Carolina.
Oh, you know more than I do.
I live there.
Original.
Yeah, the Tryon Palace. Yeah, that place is really cool. And Coke was made in Georgia, so.
Well, I did put a poll up on Facebook here tonight. Try something a little bit of different and ask the viewerships. Yeah, and right now it's a 50-50. They think the ZL1 Camaro or the Toyota is going to win a race. They don't have I don't even know if we have a Ford out there. Yeah, we do got a Ford. Okay. I was going to say, do we even have some Fords out there? We got Bud.
No, they're usually found on the road dead. So.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Not first on race day. Don't ever say that.
Oh, man.
It's more like failed on race day.
They do fail inspection.
Here we go. Go back to green. Here's the pace car Coliseum.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right, well, get ready to go back
Jeremy.
green. Yeah, I was just going to say, but all right, well, green's out. Here we go. Freaky fast.
I think he
There
got
you go.
distracted by the green of his car and thought the green flag came out.
Yeah, so green. Nah, he's having trouble keeping them horses back. You know, got about, what, 750 horses in these things? Ooh.
No, we
13.
got
Oh,
750 here.
13 getting loose.
Oh,
Oh my
a lot of
goodness.
people. Cold tires.
Oh my
Gold tires, yes,
goodness.
sir.
Oh
the
no.
big old.
3 wide for second and third.
We are under caution
And we have
again.
caution.
Bud Steele. Oh man, a lot of people. 78 Donald Stewart. Robert Richards again. Charles Johnson. The 05 of or 115 of Philip Fields. Oh man, I think that all started around. I believe it was Bud.
Yeah, but Phillips went down and hit the apron by accident, and he tried to recorrect it, and then just caused more carnage right behind after Bud was losing it.
Well, the first car to
Wow.
get loose was Michael Whittaker, and then everybody else came up the corner and just hit a banana peel behind him. And wow,
Pill.
I didn't know we were playing Mario Kart.
Mario
Man,
Kart.
can't wait till somebody gets the blue shell.
Oh,
Yeah, and the craziest thing was Brandon Clark went to the lead.
He did. He got around Levi Cox there.
He restarted fourth and passed the 3 guys going through 1 and 2. So
wow.
Got some takers coming down pit road.
I think some people are like, can we put a blanket on the tires and warm the things up? That was interesting. I did not expect him to be that sideways on the first.
Well, that just goes to show we haven't seen that in a while here in iRacing.
Yeah.
We had about, what, 5 cars get loose? I mean,
Yeah,
it wasn't
tires,
just
man.
one driver messing up. It's like something happened, or it's just. I reflect back to these tires, like you said earlier, Brian. These tires are great for road, but oval side of things, I believe iRacing needs to do a little bit of adjustment. There's something not right with these tires.
Yeah, which they have done some adjustments already, but it's just gonna take time.
Right.
It's gonna require a lot of testing because they did so much testing just putting these tires on that we have now. So it's gonna be so much more. But I think it's just these tires aren't really. I don't know if it's a load that they're taking in the corner that's just putting them way past their grip limit while they're cold. But there's definitely gonna need to be some revisions. But iRacing hasn't failed us yet. So. And they'll hopefully they'll get it fixed before peak starts. I think that's probably their goal because I know
Yeah.
several of the peak drivers have had some strong comments about this tire. So lap 9 out of 100. Nobody's really pitted yet, as we have been under caution for most of this race so far. So fuel is not going to be much of an issue right now. I think we've moved first green flag pit stops from maybe around lap 30 to about maybe 36 or 37, or maybe even more. It's top 5 as it stands right now is going to be Brandon Clark first, Levi Cox second, Ryan Kelly third, John Stathakos in fourth, and Matt Quick in fifth. Brandon Clark started 8th, so 8th to first in just the little bit of green that we've had. And then Matt Quick 10th to 5th. Biggest move right now looks to be Paul Regdy. Started 21st and now in 10th. Another big mover is going to be Jim Brooks, started 23rd, now up to 13th.
All right, well, we got one to go here tonight. See if we can get some green flag laps run here with these guys here. I don't know if Zach, I don't know where Zach is.
I think he may have been having some dog issues.
Dog, yeah, the dog wanted to bark it. But once he gets back, I'm sure. Oh, there he is.
I'm back. My bad.
Is there any way, and I do apologize, maybe you guys can bring it up, point standings wise, who is in the top 5 and who's out of the top 5? That's, you know, because we only got one more race after tonight for them to be able to run.
Let's see here. Okay.
All right, well, hey, while you're looking at that, we're going to have Brandon Clark here. Get ready as that pace car ducks down there, Brian, and we're going to set them sail down here and see if we can get some green flag laps and get these tires heated back up. As green's out, and they need probably about 3 to 4 laps to get these tires up to you know, temperature-wise. And I guarantee you, once temperatures click in here, these cars are going to settle down really, really nice. And you can see right now, Brian, it looks like everybody's taking it easy right now. They're like, okay, I'm not going to drive a little crazy right now.
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of scared to turn the wheel. As you can see, these cars getting quite yawed out in the corner. But yeah, it's going to take about 5 laps for these tires to get right into that range where they're happy. As Ryan Kelly is going to go around Levi Cox there. He's looking to get around Brandon Clark.
Ryan Kelly's got a little bit of damage on the front of that thing, too. They're on the right side.
Yeah, I may have pushed a little bit too much on exit. Maybe clipped the wall at some point and missed that.
Well, he's got
to take that.
Go ahead, sorry.
He's going to take the outside lane on Brandon Clark in 3 and 4. He's going to come out with a little bit of a better run, see if he can clear him by the time they get off in the 1. It's going to be close. I don't think he's going to clear him just quite yet, because you got Levi Cox trying to follow him up there.
That's interesting. Ryan Kelly just put down the fastest lap of a 31.2 with that damage, and now he's taking over the lead. So it looks like the high side is a little stronger than the low line as of right now.
I'm looking for the points. I can't find them. So,
okay,
I found the results for the races. I found the results, but I can't find them. Like, I have that.
I will, I'll get that info for us all next week for everybody out there watching, and I'll make sure I got it all ready for everybody so we know who's in the top 5 and outside the top 5. So that will come.
I'd have to imagine Levi Cox is definitely in the mix. He's been running well.
He won the first race.
I might be able, if you guys want to call the race here and give me 1 second, I might be able to.
Yeah, go see if you can find it, because...
Speaking of, he's trying
to take the lead back.
Trying to get the lead. He's going to try the bottom. Ryan Kelly passed Brandon Clark for the lead around the top. So now the top works. See if Levi can make that bottom work. I don't think so. It's a little bit snug underneath another car.
Yeah. Ryan Kelly with some interesting damage there. Handled pretty well with that. Looks like some splitter damage almost.
Yes, not hurting him right now, that's for sure. Is Levi Cox gonna have to pull behind him. Try again next time. There's a couple cars back. We did have a battle for 4th place between old Squatty Potty there and John Stefakos.
Kyle Hess, not too far back there in 6th. Justin Spear in the 132 there in 7th. They got a pretty good little breakaway there to Jeremy Ogle in the 85 and 8th. With John Brooks in 9th and Jim Brooks in 10th.
Tried the outside in 1 and 2, had a great entry but not a great exit. See if he can make it work in 3 and 4. If he can complete this pass, I will be convinced that the outside lane is the place to be.
Or the lane to pass, at least, for sure. I think it's going to work for him here.
I think it is just
it's 1 and 2. That upper lane in 1 and 2 is really nice. There's Ryan Kelly starts to slide back. He's gonna get John on the outside. Good run from John.
And he's getting freight trained on the top now. He's got to find a gap to get up there. I think just having to keep your car steered to the left on exit, it's kind of ruining your momentum a little bit. He is going to find a gap just barely.
All
Brandon
right.
Clark pulling up to the back number pretty well.
I do here now, guys, have the standings. And Jake, I always call his name wrong.
Jack.
Jack. I don't know, to me it's Jake. But Jack is actually leading in the points right now. And then you got Levi Cox in second. Bud Steele is third. And then fourth is going to go to Robert Richards. And then Paul is in fifth. Brandon Clark is in sixth. Raymond is in seventh. Jim Brooks is in eighth. Josh Coley is in ninth. And Brian Johnson is in 10th.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you go, Brian. But anyways, out of these guys in the top 5, you would have to take out the 83. I don't know what Jake's running.
It would be like Levi Cox, Brandon Clark.
Yeah, I think it's any double number. I'm pretty sure all the triple numbers are
right. Yeah, those. Yeah,
who are not
so, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how they have it?
It's just what I'm assuming.
Okay.
That's what it looks like to me too, because most of the other guys have raced points.
Yeah, all the names that are familiar are single digit or double digit. Or at least have been familiar for a while. We are getting more familiar with.
I'm pretty sure we can almost guarantee Levi and Brandon are
absolutely
moving on to get the promotion to the next series. So.
Oh yeah. And they're doing really good right now.
They're showing really good pace. I think they'll have contention to do really, really good in the upper series too. I think they could be really, really strong contenders. Because we actually have a battle back here. Justin Spear on the inside. Kyle Hess for 6 here. You got Jeremy Ogle there behind him to the 85 in that green John Deere car. I almost thought it was Eric Glory there for a second, but had to make sure.
Yeah, we adopted another John Deere car.
Oh, look, he's going to the bottom. He said, I'm gonna cut the path for y'all.
Other two go way up top. No middle line there. It's either the bottom or the top of these two. Now we got a 2x2 battle for 6 and 8. Yeah, right now.
Here.
Gotta be in that top lane.
Definitely, it's the passing lane.
Ooh.
Good battling going on here.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Got guys, it's that time in the run now where the comers and the goers start showing.
Definitely.
So you get action like this all around the track.
And the thing about this is all these guys are here, so they're all in the same boat.
Well, you can tell definitely the tires warmed up, so.
Yeah, cars look happy in the corner now. Here comes Jim Brooks, just past Kyle Hess there for ninth.
Ooh, and look back here, John Brill, 131, battling with James Ledford, Donald Stewart, Tim Rivers in the 46. It's a gaggle of cars here.
Oh yeah, it is. You got the 78 there, nice purple rims. Side by side with a 48. Going into one. I want to see somebody make that bottom lane work. He made it work. There we go. Behind them, you got Charles Johnson. He had kind of fell back at the beginning of the race. Said, I don't want to get in any of this early race action. He's starting to make his way back forward. Well, he was. I think he lost his run off of 4 there.
Oh, we're definitely spread out now.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think, you know, this package now, it tends to spread out a little bit. But still, he's trying to make his charge through. He's passing Jim Brooks there. That'll put himself up to 9th. That 6 blue machine there. I really like the paint scheme there.
Yeah, he got rid of the hot pink. It's for sale. Somebody bought it already.
Oh, wow. Someone bought the old Roll
Yeah,
Tide paint.
Charles Johnson that painted it, won the bet. He bought it back. He said it's low mileage on it, you know, and it's got a little damage to it, but, you know, he sold it.
Is that the post I seen where it said it had low mileage and miles per gallon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yep, he sold it. He's like, I don't want it no more. He sold it.
So I'm going to ride in the in-car with Matt Quick here, see what he's got going on in his 29.
All right.
Yeah, big lift going into 1. Not getting back to the throttle till about halfway through the corner, and then that's really pushing on exit. And he's got some semi-clean air. He's about 1.3 seconds behind the cars in front of him.
And, as you can see in front of Ryan Kelly starts the battle with Brandon Clark here. And Ryan Kelly, even with that damage, man, he's showing a lot of strength here. You know, it's interesting. I think Brandon rode behind Levi there, and I think his tires may have been a little burned up. It's actually crazy to see how much different the tire wear is from leading to following another car and running the same lap times. So sometimes this package can make you want a little too much and think you're not pushing and you actually are. So we'll see here as Ryan Kelly tries to make the pass going off into 1. Can he slide up in front of Brandon? He does clear there in the center. So he's going to be able to slide up here on exit.
Good.
Get him in the second. Let's see if he can start to take some time out of Levi's time here, or does Levi continue to pull away here as he's running almost the 3rd lane up there in the lead. Just in line.
Something interesting just being in the car with Matt Quick here. I'm looking at his steering wheel. He's got a lot of negative offset on his wheel. I guess that's a personal preference for him, but his wheel is going down the... Oh, that's just a replay?
That's replay iRacing. I said that a couple days ago, a couple streams ago. I was like, wow, holy mackerel.
There it is.
Yeah, every car you look at looks like they're steering at about 11 o'clock down the straightaway.
Except for the pace car.
Except for the pace car. Yeah, it's interesting. I think they weird. You can't see a driver's offset.
Oh.
Kind of hide it, I guess. But yeah, look at Ryan Kelly taking some chunk of time out. I think Ryan Kelly is the fastest car. It seems like he's been able to keep his car. His line looks the most consistent. Let's see if Levi goes back down to the bottom here, which I hope he would. It seems like he lost a lot of time running this upper lane up in 3 and 4. As he continues to kind of flirt with that seam. It's not as high as he was last time, but as you can see, Ryan Kelly just a little bit lower in the corner. And if you can get your car to go around there and still make speed, you're going to catch up. So we'll see these lap times here as Levi does jump back down a little bit there in his lap time, but still Ryan Kelly a little bit quicker.
Yeah, and he's even got a little bit of damage there on the right side.
Yeah, that's a good point, Robert. And if he can take a fast repair, I would go ahead. If you got 3, he needs to go ahead and take one on this green flag stop here. If he gets that damage off, he might drive by these guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're 35 laps into this run now, everybody, and he's still running faster laps than Levi. So, like you said, you get that little bit of damage fixed. That leaves you with 2 fast repairs, and you might be able to blow by that 109.
Lap 35, Jim Brooks brings it down pit road. I think he's one of our first takers here. I think it, well, actually, before I say anything, let's look at the lap times here of Levi Cox. Let's see, beginning of the run, he was running about 31, well, he was running 31.2s, and then with these tires, gets it down to a 31.1. Back in the 2s, up to the 3s, up to the 5s, and now running about 31.9s.
Yeah. And he really, he's He's starting. I think he's starting to feel the tires a little bit because the closer Ryan Kelly gets, you can see he just can't. He's trying to run that upper seam. It's working decently. He's not losing too much time, but I just don't think that's the line.
Well, he also has rear end damage. I don't know if you guys see that right in the center.
Oh, yeah.
He does have it's pushed in a little bit now. I don't know if that's gonna affect him too much on the rear end, but I'm sure it doesn't help.
I don't know how much iRacing simulates the bumper cover as much, how they simulate the aerodynamics with the bumper cover, but actually in real life, that would actually tend to help. Actually, it knocked in a little bit like that. So I don't think iRacing you get that effect. I don't think you get that, you know, a little bit less of a effect there, but it could be. But I don't think it's affecting his speed at all. Now on Ryan Kelly's, I bet he's a good couple hundreds off pace of what he should be running with that damage. It's limited splitter damage, but it's definitely splitter damage, and that's something you don't want.
Yeah, on that 109, I believe that Cox, that rear damage theoretically should let more air escape out from underneath the car, which should help him be a little bit faster. In real life, that would be the case, but I'm like you, Zach, I don't think iRacing simulates that.
Yeah.
And then going to the 13, looking at the front of his car, that splitter damage, that's going to make him aero tight, which is going to burn that right front off just a little bit more. So I'm like you, Zach. Definitely a few hundreds there he could pick up by taking that faster.
Oh, and this is where it gets tough. Now he's in the draft. He's in the real turbulent era. About a second back in, it's actually kind of helping you. But once you get within about a half a second, it's really turbulent air. And you can see as he's running about a 3/10 back here, on the edge of 2/10 really now. You can see the turbulent air is just so bad there, and this is where he's going to slow down a little bit. It's going to take him a little bit of time. But if he stays methodical and keeps his pace up the way he was running, he can make a move here. If he can get ahead of Levi going into the pits, get that thing fixed, it's gonna be tough to beat that 13 car. But Levi's still doing strong. He's pulling a gap on Brandon and really Michael Whittaker up to 4th. Wow, he's been moving through the field, Brian. He was up to 9th here about 10-15 laps ago.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Definitely a long run car right there.
Brandon by a lot too. 6'10". He was the fastest car on the racetrack last time by 32.071.
Jeremy Ogle as well. That started kind of near mid-pack at the beginning of this run, up to 5th now. But yeah, Ryan, going back to the leaders here with Ryan Kelly, you know, he's catching Levi Cox, and you hit that 4/10 mark. You're 4/10 behind somebody, and you just hit a brick wall. It feels like your car just all of a sudden lost a cylinder and you can't do anything. And it takes a lot of consistency and a lot of paying attention to detail to keep that speed up and try to get around it. And it is so difficult.
It really is, Brian, like you said. And you know, you get that draft, you get behind him, you're going down show, you get that draft, you get that nice toe, going a little fast in the aerial, you pull up to their back bumper, you go in the corner, you lift more than you normally would, but with that dirty air, you got to do even more. And that's where it comes into knowing how to drive your car behind someone. And I think, you know, before we had the dirty air effect we have now, you know, it was really just plain and simple, catch somebody passing if you're faster. It's not like that no more. I think we're about to see a pit stop here. I think Levi's pitting. Yeah.
I think so. I think that might be a smart idea. Pitting in before Ryan Kelly there. But again, it comes back to who can get that exit off a pit road better.
Exactly. I think you'll see Ryan Kelly probably come this next time.
I think so. He's going to lose too much time if he does not come this time by, I feel like. As about half the field has already come down pit road and had their green flag pit stops. Yep, Brian Kelly comes down. Nice steady pit entry. That was good.
Yep. It was a little bit conservative, I think, which is on the smart end of the spectrum. So definitely
looking about 40 laps there, guys, roughly.
40? Okay.
Yeah, we had about 10 caution laps, so
okay.
Because right now the 113 and
Ryan Kelly.
Oh no.
A little bit too far.
What happened to Raikkonen?
He slipped his box just a little bit. He wasn't a terrible slop too, though.
Lost maybe half a second. Not too bad. That was a really good recovery. You see how his exit on pit road does, but I hadn't really been watching anybody exiting
Right,
pit
we'll
road.
see the difference here is Levi pitted the lap before. Levi is going to come by here.
Gotta keep it under that white line or yellow line, but keep it away from that white wall.
That's
And
tight.
Oh, it's so tight right there.
Hopefully he doesn't get stuck behind Brandon here. That's what he wants to hope not. Oh, he does. He's going to get stuck behind Bud too, I think.
He
He's
may
gonna
be
stick
able.
behind Bud.
I think Bud may have may have lifted a little bit,
Yeah.
being nice. But yeah, so that's what you know, pit road entry and exit and sliding through your box aside. That's the difference of one lap right there.
Definitely.
Well, we just got our first pit stops sequence going. Field for rotate through. Right now, we still got the 83 has not pitted yet. He's still out there running all by himself.
It looks like the top four hasn't pitted.
Top four has pitted. Don't even
Top
run
four
the
pitted now.
83.
Oh, there we go. It updated for me now.
Is Jack Wall's still good lap times at 32.51. Not terrible lap time here at the end of the run. I think he's saving some fuel or something because this man is stretching it.
He's
Saving
on
some fuel.
lap 40
Wait, you
now.
catch a caution.
I think that's what he's hoping for. All right, well, hey, guess what? We are halfway through this race here now. We're going to have 50 laps to go here at Kentucky Motor Speedway with Area 51. If you're interested in joining this league, make sure you check them out on Area 51 on Facebook and iRacing's league page. But until then, hopefully you go do that. But we're going to quick run to a commercial break so we can wet our whistles like we always say here at, well, I guess, no, we're not. We are going to hold off on that commercial break as we are under yellow.
Let's see where it is.
I don't even know.
We are looking right around. Looks like it's gonna be Tim Rivers.
Tim Rivers
The
exited through.
46. Yep, sure was. A little slippery.
Oh, yeah, exiting and hit the wall. And, oh, no one hit him, but
Yeah, getting close.
close. Very
Ooh.
Holding
close.
back. Oh,
Ooh.
he had to back up too, and that was scary. 'Cause
Wow. All right, well, that was a good,
that's a great run.
actually, yeah, that was a great run by everybody, but,
Jack Walls though, he's gonna. Wow.
yeah. Well, did that all work out for him?
Yeah. Now it'll be interesting if anybody else pits here. I
Did
think
it?
they should.
I think was Jack Walls on.
Yeah, he was on for like 45 laps on his tires.
For some reason, iRacing showing me he's like 33 hours behind the computer. I don't know how that
33 hours?
works. Or 34 minutes. It's
Oh.
minutes actually.
Oh.
Well, that's how long the race. That's how. Oh, whoa. Why does it say that?
'Cause-
He's
oh
definitely the
no,
leader.
I had it set on grid. It's showing me he's 34 minutes. Yeah, never mind. Stupid.
Looks like James Ledford, Michael Woodtaker. Michael Woodtaker actually got the lucky dog, I believe, but James Ledford, Jeremy Ogle, Robert Richards, probably Matt Quick, Charles Johnson, Kyle Hess, Don Stewart, John Brill, Mike Morrison, Justin Spear, Paul Patterson. These guys will all probably be taking the wave around here, I'd imagine.
And the 83 Walls is clutching the car.
He's gonna try to maybe make it
49
to this
laps.
race.
You know what? He just went about 45 laps. I wonder.
If
Huh.
he comes
Yeah, that's
tops
really
off,
only
too.
that's really only 35 green flag laps though.
True.
there ain't no way he can make it. He doesn't. He doesn't have it. There's no way.
But I mean, if he can save fuel and go further than anybody else, he might either one catch a lucky caution, or two be able to take a lighter fuel load when he does pit. But I think it's definitely a one stop from here. There ain't no way you can make 46 laps.
I don't know. Well, everybody stay tuned as we are going to go run to that commercial real quick and got to pay some bills, but we will be right back after we wet our whistles.
Voice of the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. Introducing Pro 2 and Pro 4 trucks on iRacing. Game on!
Alright, we are back green here after that yellow with the 83 rolling on down the field. Roll.
Just went green. Jack Walls, he's got that clean air now. He's kind of gapping everybody. Just got John there in second, Levi Cox on his inside. Brennan Clark not too far behind all of them.
Jack Walls pulled the masterclass strat here, huh?
Actually, yeah.
Foresaw the future. Stayed out. Got the lead and is doing a really good job keeping it.
Yes, he's got the track position now. I can tell you that's the hardest thing to make up with this track position. Putting yourself up towards the front is a very vital thing in these cars at these tracks. And seeing Jack place himself in that position here is Levi pulls to the bumper, starting to look to the low side on the 1 and 2 of Kentucky, but cannot get it done.
But yeah, I mean, just think about when the first time we talked about Jack Walls tonight was, and it was when he stayed out longer than anybody else. He started 19, really wasn't in the mix of things up front, but now because he caught that caution, he's right in the mix of it and running just as well as anybody else up here. Man, that's tight. But I mean, it just shows you. Yeah, going around the outside, it just shows you what clean air and track position can do. That's why I'm a big fan of getting to the front, staying at the front.
That's for sure. It's Show motto. That's Brian's motto. It works good, actually. Give him that. You can see back there, Ryan Kelly battling with Michael Whittaker there for 5th, while the lead battle continues on with Levi Cox and Jack Walls.
Yeah, what's interesting is some of these tracks that we go to, you know, the preferred lane might switch at some point during the run. Man, Battleford heating up.
Wow,
Try to get 3 wide there.
Levi Cox.
But it seems like here tonight, the outside lane is the preferred place to pass, whether it's short run or long run. So Brandon Clark may have got a little bit of apron there. That's going to ruin his momentum coming out of 2. And Jack Walls is going to be able to clear him to head off into 3. Ryan Kelly watching all of that in front of him. Ooh, Bud Steele sends it in there.
Yeah. Brandon Clark, you're trying to loop to the outside. Like you said, Brian, I think early in this run, the outside is the place to pass. See Brandon Clark trying to work the outside Jack Walls.
I definitely don't see that low line working too well here tonight. Seems like the middle or high line seems to be where you want to be.
It's just that this car with this package, it doesn't like having a wheel in it. You know, if you want to keep that speed up and be fast, the less amount of wheel is better. So when you're on the inside, you got to put more wheel in it to stay down there, and then you got to keep the wheel in it longer to keep off the guy on your outside on the exit. So it's just not a good combination.
No, and then the more wheel you have in it, like you said, Brian, then it heats up that tire, which then that tire gets angry and gets mad, and then you got to try to calm it down, you know what I mean, as heat-wise, and sometimes that can take 3 to 4 laps, and if you keep doing it too much, no matter if you try to cool it down, it doesn't cool down no more. It gets to that point where you abused it too hard that it's not gonna react back to what you want it to do.
Yeah, the good thing with this, well, the good and bad thing with this new tire, it kind of depends on who you are, what spectrum of your racing style is that, I mean, these tires will take more of a beating than the old tires will. So they don't get mad at you as quickly as the other ones will, but I mean, they definitely still have that point you can reach where they won't work for you anymore.
Right. And where is that point at? You know, and I guess no one's gonna know because every driver drives different. So everybody has a different driving style.
Depends on the track conditions and what track you're at, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Back here with Mr. Squatty Potty, it's battle for 9th. He's on the inside of Jeremy Ogle. These guys have been battling. It's the battle of momentums.
You know, we haven't talked to John a lot either, though. Good to see him out there in the 08.
Yeah, he's been really quick a few times. It's been a while since we've seen him, but it's been quick. You know, and I actually feel about these tires. These new tires, I really feel that it's almost conserving tire with this new tire is almost actually a thing now. It's kind of weird. It actually does help to save tire again now. When this package first came out, really it was kind of not really saving tire. You can go as fast as you want, just wide open. But this personally, I've seen excessive wear in some of the races I've done where if you don't protect it and you don't baby it at the beginning and let it come in naturally, you will destroy that right front and you will be struggling. And I think that's what we've seen for a few guys last run. That, you know, and now they're probably backing it down just a little bit, saying, you know, I don't need to take this hard. Because personally, if you're the leader, you can go pretty hard, but you still need to save tire. You don't need to go out there and burn your tire off. But with the clean air on your nose, you are going to have better wear from just recent experience in this car. So it's definitely interesting. This tire, when we first got it, didn't wear a lot. Now it wears a lot, and But the cold tire phase is just a little weird with it. I think it's getting there, but just give iRacing some time. We just got it. The old tire we've had for years. So
Yeah.
they pretty much got that tire to where it was as much as they could get out of it. You know, it was a good tire for what it was.
Yeah, I want to say
What time I
that
think
tire,
it will become great.
that tire came out in 2012 or 2015.
I believe so. It
somewhere
was like
around there.
2013. I think it was 2013.
So it had been around a while. I think I may have gotten my K&N car and A car confused because those are the two oval cars I've ran this tire on. And, it takes more of a beating in the K&N car, maybe not so.
Yeah, the K&N car you can really push. I feel like these cars. I mean, if you think back to the Chicagoland race, I'll point this out to you, Brian. Remember the Chicagoland race? Just how Cedric could, his tires were just so much better, and so he could just save so much tire, and he was just so much quicker and longer because of that. And
That's right. Yeah, I had forgotten about that. I was just basing that off the K&N car. That's what I've ran most of. The kind of learning phase.
Our
these
knowledge will
tires
go
are
up
new.
too. When WSSR starting here soon too, Saturday we'll get our knowledge up too, so we'll be able to commentate. I think even better and have a little bit better knowledge because I haven't really done that many A-car races, like I said, but.
Right, you'll get better input once you actually get out there in the 2020 season.
Trust me, it'll be a lot more in depth, and we'll know exactly what we're talking about. A lot of this right now is kind of, I'm just watching what these drivers do and seeing what it looks like. And again, look, I can see Ryan Kelly. He's classically showing. Look at this. He fell back to 5th, back to 2nd, slowly moving his way up. I'm thinking what we're seeing from Ryan Kelly is he's just wearing the tires less and just being overall better to his tires. If he can continue to do this and run Levi down, I think that's pretty much what's going on there.
Yeah. It might be one of those deals where, before the tires get into their happy zone with the pressure and the heat, maybe if you kind of push that tire when it's cold, it's not going to be happy for the rest of the run. So maybe it might be one of those deals where you don't want to run on it hard until it gets hot and warm and it's got that grip and then you can go. And because Ryan Kelly, like you said, he had fallen back, but now is starting to move forward again. So, and funnily enough, he's driving that 13 car, what our buddy Cedric likes to drive a lot. So cars in both series got something in common.
That's for sure. And look, even Michael Whittaker. He was another guy showed a lot of pace in the run. He just moved himself up a third on Brandon Clark. Yeah. Oh, Whittaker. I don't know why I said Whittaker. I'm sorry. There's not 2 T's.
There's 1 T, and that's sweet tea.
Oh, Brad.
Well, we still got to get a nickname for you though, Brian. So we got a good viewership out there tonight with these guys. So hey, please hit us up in the chat, and we need. Well, I know Zach brought up one.
If you seen his picture in Discord, you would agree.
Yeah, the picture that they made me take for our 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
Started out as a joke, and then they were like, "You won't do it." I was like, "Bet." So I did.
Bet.
Snap into a Slim Jim. But hey, guess what, guys? Something I've seen here. We got people pitting. Bud's going down. Matt Quick is going down pit road.
Well, I didn't think they'd be able to make it, so makes sense. Oh, John Stefka pulls behind the wall.
Ooh.
He was running up front.
Say he blew a water pump. Go with that.
No, the aliens came down and got him. He was abducted. They said, we need you out in Las Vegas. We need to go to the ships. We need you to work on the ship.
I'm not surprised by this right here, these guys pitting, because they're not going to be able to make it, so it's kind of, might as well get it done type of deal.
Well, why wouldn't they be able to make it? We had 24 laps to go.
Well, I'm talking about from the caution. That's why they pitted.
Yeah, it was from the time the green flag dropped, it was going to be a one-stop. It was just a matter of when.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
might as well split the run in half.
Do it. Yeah, exactly.
You know
I
more
see
than
Red
yeah.
Michael
Come in.
I'm talking
Yep.
to the fans out there, so I kind of wasn't paying attention to the race. I do apologize. I was watching. I was
Ooh.
talking to everybody else out there.
Battle for lead. Ryan Kelly taking it to the 109 Levi.
Wow, he caught him quick. I was
Now,
watching
big-
third and fourth run around, and wow, that was fast.
Big thing here is when do they pit? And oh, here comes Ryan Kelly.
Now,
I was about to say because he wants the most time available on tires. That's where his strength is. The longer he gets into the tires, I think Levi here needs to actually take this run a little bit deeper, maybe
think
one
so,
more
too.
lap deeper, and then use his short run and just charge these last 20 laps of this race as fast as he can in that 109.
And that's interesting that you brought that up, Zach, and even Brian. Watching these two guys, you got one car that can run better on a long run, and you got another car that can run better on a short run. So now they're playing the game, which car can be better in 20 laps. And that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting to watch. If we
yeah,
could
it's one of
take
those
it-
deals where I think so too. You know, he knows he's better on the long run, so he better pit sooner. So he's got that build-up time, and his long is gonna, or his run this time is gonna be long. Whereas you know, Levi Cox, he has a better short run car, and if he had stayed out longer, then yeah, he's gonna be eventually behind Ryan Kelly when he comes out of pit road. But he's got the fresher tires, and he has that short run speed. So, and that's what you know, that's what strategy is all about. Is how do you drive the car, and what is going to work best for you. And that's why these races, when they end up like this, are so interesting. Is Ryan Kelly? Yeah, he gets around him through green flag pit stops. Looks like Bud Steve can go around Levi as well.
For one lap, that's a pretty good gap. And the biggest thing, Brian, is this puts Levi now in dirty air where he has not really been most of the night.
No, and like I said, he lost a position to Bud there as well.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, there it goes. Jack Walls continues to stay out.
Yeah, not.
Maybe he can get lucky
Why
twice.
takes two
tonight.
tires, man?
This
If
is
that's
getting
one
very
thing-
interesting.
Yeah, there's so much involved
I
now.
would just do it. If you know, if you're out of a lead shot, I'd do it.
Yeah, if you you know, if you're one of those recruitment drivers and you're not within shot of the top 5, go ahead and try it. And if you know, you are able to run tomorrow night and you're just racing this for information and for fun, then yeah, go ahead and try it. I think we might see a bit more 2-tire stops like this with this new tire, because I think that that right front grip may be more important, because the old tire, it was left front, right front, where pretty much equally. This new tire is kind of set that back onto the right front like we had in the old package, just a little bit. Left front still wears quite a bit though.
Yeah, I agree. See right now, Levi's trying to deal with Bud. It's not the easiest.
Yeah, Bud ain't gonna make this easy. Of course,
Oh, yeah,
Levi's on the
outside.
inside.
And you can see her working outside. Bud's gonna hold him off, I think.
I think Levi's gonna have to get to his outside to make quick business of third place. He's only got 16, 17 laps left.
And
Try to catch Ryan Kelly.
Jack's got about a second lead on Ryan Kelly. He wants to see the caution now.
Well, he's got more than that. He's got a lap.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. But he wants to see a caution now just so he can pit and then still be second.
Oh. I see.
Because then Ryan Kelly would, you know, everybody else had to take the wave around while Ryan Kelly would get the lucky dog as Ryan Kelly unlaps himself now. But really, at any point right now, if the caution comes out, it's good for Jack.
Oh, yeah. He is quite a bit
I think
slower.
he's going to go as far as he can and just see if he can catch a caution because
Oh, yeah.
then I think guys will pit.
While we were talking about that, Levi did manage to get around Bud Steele. I think he got a little bit of a help from a lap car there.
That'll be interesting if he can run down this 13 here as they cross the line with 15 to go.
he's got to go now. Like we were saying earlier, Ryan Kelly better on a long run, Levi better on a short run. So Levi's better right now, so he's got to go right now. He's got to get in front of that 13 before that 13 becomes unstoppable.
This is very interesting. Great racing tonight. We had early cautions in the beginning. We had a total of 3 cautions here tonight, but after the 3, man, we've seen some great pit stops, green flag pit stops, and now we're getting down to 14 here to go, and we got some cars just, yeah, I mean, hang on, everybody.
Lap car.
Yeah, this is very, very interesting.
Yeah, 42 is going to let Levi go on his inside, but Levi wanted to go to his outside. There's a little bit of a hiccup there.
Yeah, that hurt. I think that's going to hurt him there. He had a lot of momentum. He had to lose. But we'll see here if he can. This is going to be interesting. 13 to go. He was a little bit slower that time, but like I said, he had that hiccup.
I think he can catch him.
I'm also
But like I said earlier, oh, sorry, Robert, but once he gets to that 3/10, 4/10 range, it's going to be 10 times as hard.
But look at the lap times with the 83 and Ryan and Levi. His last lap was a 33.6 compared to Ryan and Levi's 31.
He's trying to make it.
Yeah.
He's trying to build.
Wow, if he makes this.
I said it. He was cutting the engine off that last pit stop, and I said, you know, you were saying about one more now. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking in my head that I think he's gonna try to do it because he's only on 38 laps on his stint right now. At 39, that'd be 49 laps. What? Man, there's no way he can make 49.
It's half the race.
Yeah, how did he? There's
Running
no
half
way.
the race at a 1.5 mile track on a 70% fuel load. He's got a hybrid.
He's got something going on because his last lap was a 33.7. I mean, he is just.
Guys, it's heating up for second too now, which could possibly be for the win.
Well, yeah, because they're 19 seconds behind, so and they're coming fast.
Levi's, he's gotten in that 3/10 range now.
Can he? Ooh, this is where we see who's got the money. I think if Levi gets a chance, he needs to bounce early and get in front. Try to put the dirty air on that 13's nose.
See, I'm gonna ride with Jack Walls. See what he's doing in the corners here.
He's probably shutting it off.
Oh, shut it off in 3 and 4.
The 109 trying to go to the outside with a dive. Whew. He almost made that work. I think he knows it's time to go.
Wow, these guys putting on a show tonight.
Yeah, Jack ain't shutting it off, but he's he's taking that bottom lane. He's taking the shortest way around this place.
Oh man, I don't know. He's on 41 laps now. He's going for it. I mean, he's already done.
Unless he saved early in the run, and now he's calculated it, and I don't have to save anymore. Oh, he did shut it off going into 1 there.
Well, he's got to now. I mean, there's just, let's go up here too with him and let's go into the roll bar here with him. And, oh, yep, off the gas, engine shuts off, and the back, oh man, he's got a 14-second lead. What do we got, 6 laps to go. If he has enough, I don't think Ryan or Levi can catch him. Do you think he got enough time to catch him?
It's gonna be close. Just at the pace that they're running, it's gonna be very, very close.
Well, he's cutting this car all the way off through the whole turn, not just part of the turn, the whole turn. Oh my gosh.
And the battle right now for for seconds kind of cooled down. Levi got there, got in the range, had one shot at him really, and started to lose time. I think it's gone back into Ryan Kelly's hands now as that tire wear starts to build up. Jack Walls, though, trying to do everything he can.
Now, with 5 to go.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. Well, Freaky 5, guys.
We'll see if he can. If he pulls this off.
Yeah.
He's got a Toyota hybrid Synergy drive in there.
Well, the problem is I think Ryan Kelly is going to be there pretty soon.
Oh, he's not in a Toyota, though. That's the problem, Ryan.
He's in a Camaro.
He's in a Camaro, so why would he have a Toyota? Well, I agree.
Have
You
you
know,
seen
put a
under the
Toyota in a Camaro. I agree. I mean, I'm not arguing a point.
You ain't seen under that hood. You don't know what he's got under there.
3 to go.
Wow.
See, he picked his lap time back up there.
Well, he
knows
has
he needs
to.
to pick the lap time up, yeah. Oh, if he's
Ryan's
got
5 seconds behind, guys.
He must be super close because he's still shutting it off. He's doing a great job of running quick lap times with it, though.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. You know, but got that perfect balance of speed and
2 to go.
saving right now. 3 miles to go.
Ryan can see him.
One more lap, and we're going to hand it over to you, Zach. Get ready for
We shut it
1 to
off a
go,
long time.
presented by iPitting.
He's coming to the white flag here. Area 51, Ryan Kelly can see him. I think he's got to dig everything he's got now if he wants to hold on to it. Coming to the white flag, Jack Wall leads it. Does he have enough fuel? Ryan Kelly less than 3 seconds behind. 2.5 seconds. Does he make it up lap car in front? Jack Walls, does he have enough fuel?
Oh no, he's running
sputtering.
out.
He's sputtering.
Oh no.
He's going to lose
One
both
lap
positions.
short.
Ryan Kelly is going to go by, take the lead.
Oh
There you
no.
go. Into 3. Ryan Kelly takes the lead. There comes Levi Cox to pass for second. What will happen? Jack Wall is trying to coast his way back. Michael Wintertaker coming.
Push the button.
And Ryan Kelly will win it.
Go, push, push, push. Oh my goodness, down to 5th, down to 6th. Where's he gonna finish, guys? Where's he gonna finish? Oh, come on. Go. Start blowing. Come on. Come on. He finishes 6th.
7. Oh,
6th.
7th. That was
Quick
close.
7th. Oh my goodness
5,000.
gracious.
5,000 for a second. Wow.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Brandon Clark
Didn't
in
even run out
4th,
of
Buzz still
fuel.
5th. Whew. Great
Oh
race.
man, oh
Look at
man. That was crazy if you ask me. Oh goodness.
I mean, but still, he made it. What was that? 47 laps on a tank.
Where's the 48?
48.
Okay,
that's
47. He
ridiculous.
crossed the line at 48. So
That's crazy. But yeah, Ryan Kelly, your winner.
Yeah.
Showed that long run speed all night. Even with that, he had some of that splitter damage early in the race and was still able to keep up with Levi Cox there.
Wow.
wow.
Michael Whitaker also
Great
up
run
there
for
in the
him.
top 3 podium. Yeah, that was fantastic.
What a finish. What a
All
race.
right. Yes. Hey. Thanks, man. Roy out there. I'm glad you enjoyed the race. Stick around. Yeah, if you're looking for this league, man, make sure you check these guys out. They give this kind of racing like every week, man. It's, every night.
Every
but,
night.
Yeah, make sure you tune in tomorrow night too, because we'll be live at 8:55 as they'll be taking on. I don't even know what track. I know we're in the Cup cars. I just don't know what track we're going to because
I
we
think it's
had.
Vegas.
Huh?
I think it's Vegas. I think it's Vegas.
Are
I don't want to say I'm wrong.
I don't think
but
they're doing Vegas. That's a makeup race. I think we're going to
Oh,
California.
are they starting at Daytona?
I don't know. I have to go look
Okay,
at the
yeah, that's true,
schedule. I'm
'cause I
not
didn't think
sure
about that.
because we had we missed a race, so we got to make up
Yeah.
the race. So I'm not sure. But anyways, tune in tomorrow night. But all right, well, we're gonna get everybody that we can here for post race interviews here at Area 51 at Kentucky Motor Speedway, and we will be right back after this quick word.
This is Jim Beaver, voice of the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, introducing Pro 2 and Pro 4 trucks on iRacing. Game on!
All right, we're back after that quick word there from iRacing. All right, well, it only looks like we are going to have Levi Cox here tonight, I believe, guys.
That's what it looks like. It's only one in here.
All right, well, let's bring him up and we can have a chat with him and see how his race went for him as he almost won this thing. Battled hard with Ryan. I mean, what an ending.
Yeah.
What an ending.
Does anybody specific want to interview him, or do you want me to do it? Don't matter.
Don't matter to me. I don't care. Well, I'll talk to him.
All right. Well, you started off. If we got any questions, we'll ask. How about that?
Yeah, there we go.
Levi, Robert up here in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man. Congratulations on your second place finish here. You're the only one that we got in the booth here tonight at the end of the race to interview. So we're all going to ask a little bit of questions if they the other guys have any questions. But how was the race out there for you tonight? And how was that car handling there in the beginning of the race? And then what changed after the third caution to get that car more stable? And you guys actually started getting some green flag run and green flag pit stops, and you got spread it out, and then you came down to the end of the race, and wow, that was a crazy between you and Ryan with the pit strategies.
Yeah, sure. I'm out of breath. Let's see. So first off, like getting going, I just wasn't expecting it to be that free. Ran it in practice and it felt fine, and then first corner, it just washed up the hill, about crashed right then and there, took out about half the field, but luckily we held on to it. And then after that, like you said, I think you said third caution, I think everybody just figured out how to get through one after the caution came out. And once you were able to do that, the tires came in, and after that, it felt pretty stable. but just getting into one after a caution, it was pretty treacherous.
Okay. Yeah, it looked there. It was shocking. I think it was caution number 2 there. And everybody went in down after the first caution. Everybody went into turn 1 and came out of 2. And it wasn't just one car that went around. It was like sequence swimming. Like everybody just like went bloop, and we're up here going, okay, what just happened?
Maybe some oil was on the track. Who knows?
Zach said there was bananas.
The Mario Kart.
yeah, that's what he said. So, but man, hey, I don't know if these guys got any questions to ask you, but do you got anything to ask them there, guys?
Yeah, just you go ahead for a sec.
All right. Well, I was just gonna ask you, Levi. Since this recruitment, the way the recruitment races here work, it switches back from Cup car to Indy car. Which one do you prefer more, or do you like them both similar? I guess.
Definitely the Cup car. The first IndyCar race I ran with the DW18 or whatever it is was that IndyCar race a couple of weeks ago, and then we ran it last week for the recruitment. But yeah, definitely Cup cars. That's what I'm more accustomed to.
Awesome. Yeah. You can go, Brian, now.
Yeah, I was just gonna talking tonight. We saw Jack Wallace try a different strategy of just trying to stretch it as far as he could, and he managed to stretch it 47 laps. He needed one more, but he got, just ridiculous amount of fuel mileage. And I was wondering, obviously you were on a different strategy trying to get around Ryan Kelly there. So you had kind of cut that stint in half to get those tires. But what was the fuel mileage we were looking at tonight? What was kind of the maximum amount of laps you could do?
That first stint, it was showing that I was going to end up right around 47 or so, but there was also a couple cautions, so he must have been saving from the get-go. And after we all pitted, we were all on the same strategy for that last run there. And once Ryan pitted, like, it put me in a tough spot because I either had to stretch it out and do what Jack done, and kudos to him for that. At least he tried something different there. And so it was either stretch it out and play fuel mileage, or just race Ryan straight up. And he done what I'd done earlier and pitted a lap before me, and I wore my stuff out trying to get back up through there. So hats off to Ryan as well. That was a great race.
Yeah, we saw you. We were talking where following a guy up until about that 3/10 mark is okay, but once you hit that 3/10 mark, you hit a brick wall and you can't really do much. And we saw that with you from what it looks like up in the booth. Is that what it felt like in the car? You caught him and then just couldn't do anything with it.
Well, I caught him and got up right to his outside, and I pulled that move a couple times. People think you're going to pass low, but you had plenty of grip on the outside there, and I went to his outside, and it just lost it, and I never had any grip after that. So it was the end of my night right there whenever I couldn't pull that move off.
Yeah, that's how it happens sometimes. Yeah, that is. But next week, I think it looks like we're going to Auto Club, or not next week, tomorrow night. Good grief.
Yeah, tomorrow night, I'm not exactly sure where we go. I'm not
Auto
sure.
Club.
Is
Logan said.
Okay,
Yep.
Auto Club.
Auto
All right,
Club.
so we're going to Auto Club. You're not available to race in that one yet, right?
Yeah, I got ahead of myself.
Charles announced that the drivers who have been in the recruitment, they're going to be moved up after this race and then just evaluated race by race. So hopefully he's been impressed by all of us guys, and I think we've gotten better and better with each passing week. So hopefully we can continue to put on a good show.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Congratulations to Brandon and you. If you guys move up, it'd be awesome to see you tomorrow night out there at Auto Club. Well, if you do move up, which I would assume you are, how are you at Auto Club? Because that is like crazy drafting.
I've never ran them with this package, so going into this stuff blind on a lot of this because I'm not A-class and on regular iRacing, so I don't get to race these a lot, but we'll figure it out. There's plenty of grooves there, so we'll see how it goes.
I'll tell you this much. Hang on. Get ready to sweat. It's going to be drafting, and I'm telling you, it's crazy. You'll go down into turn 1 at 200 miles per hour with 3 wide back-to-back 3 rows. It it's fun, but also it's crazy because you try to pinpoint your car into that turn and you can't because you got other cars around you and you're trying to avoid them, and then you miss your mark and you're like, oh man, you just get all messed up. So
Well, I hope Charles comes with a good setup.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. But
He
okay.
always does.
Yeah, yes he does. Yes he does. But all right, well, I know next week with the recruitment race, if you run it, we're going to be with the Indy cars at ISM Raceway with the open dog leg. So I'm not sure if you're going to run that or not, because it is IndyCar and you're kind of not an Indy guy. So
Well, if there's a race, I'm probably going to try to be in it. Charles also mentioned, I don't know if it'll happen next week or not, but he had a poll there on Facebook about different car classes, and that's going to be what's going on Wednesday.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to start next Wednesday or the one after, but we'll see. We'll have fun with it either way.
Right. Yep. Well, he's just going to have to let me know so I make sure I have the car. I think I own it. If not, I have to buy it. No problem. But I know Brian has a little bit of detail on that. I seen the poll up there on the group, and Brian's like, yeah, put that. So I voted for Brian. So my vote's for Brian.
Well, what'd he vote for?
What was it again, Brian?
Yeah, I think the sprint cars on the paved ovals would be pretty interesting. That's something we don't usually see a whole lot of. I think that'd be pretty fun for y'all to race and pretty fun for us to watch.
Wow, that would be interesting. Okay.
But all right, man. Well, hey, I'm gonna let you go. Congratulations again to you and Brandon. I'm not sure where Brandon finished. Oh, he finished 4th. So he had a top 5. He had a great run out there tonight too. So congratulations on your 2nd place finish, man. And hopefully we see you two guys and some others tomorrow night at Auto Club.
Alrighty then. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Pepsi.
Oh, I love your. Oh, that's right. I love your scheme. What made you come up with that scheme? It's a very nice scheme. I like the color layout and the chrome and all that stuff. But what came from that?
I work for Pepsi, so I'm trying to get all my cars in Pepsi, and I just came across this one today. It looked pretty good.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? I'm a Pepsi fan. So
there you go.
I've always never been a Coca-Cola fan. Always drank Pepsi. Me and the wife always had well, we drink Diet Pepsi, but still we drink Pepsi. So yeah.
Well,
so
keeping me in a job.
That's right. I'm paying your bills. No, that's all right. All right, man. Congratulations, and hopefully we catch you tomorrow night, bud. And take care tonight.
All right. Thank you guys for all you do as well. Great broadcast.
Thank you. You too, bud.
See ya.
All right, that was your winner tonight, Levi Cox.
Not your winner.
Second place. Oh, guys, I do it right when I said it.
I messed it up.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But that was your second place finisher.
It's all right.
Those are the only people we got to talk to tonight. Shout out Ryan Kelly, too, and Michael.
Yes, please, Ryan. If you do go back and watch this, please hop on Discord, man. We would love to talk to you. Anybody out there that races on any of these nights here at Area 51, if you're not on Discord, please join so we can get some interviews with different drivers and different intakes and everything. And that would help us, give more detail out there for people that are looking to join this league and everything. And I also want to say real quick, thank you for all the viewerships out there on the Facebook and YouTube side, all the shares and all the likes. It helped out big time tonight from the league. So, but all right, well, I got the final results here tonight, Brian, here at Kentucky Motor Speedway with Area 51, and we will run through it real quick before we sign off.
Yes, sir. Tonight, your winner is going to be Ryan Kelly. Levi Cox, Zach, finished 2nd. But Michael Whitaker is going to finish in 3rd, Brandon Clark in 4th. Bud Steele is going to round out the top 5, followed by Matt Quick in 6th, Jack Walls 7th, Jim Brooks in 8th place, Robert Richard 9th, James Ledford in 10th, Donald Stewart 11th, Justin Spear in 12th, Mike Morrison 13th, Jeremy Ogle, I messed up somewhere. Justin Spear 12th, Mike Morrison 13th, Jeremy Ogle 14th, Paul Patterson 15th, Kyle Hess 16th, Charles Johnson in 17th, Ted Decker Jr. in 18th, John Brill 19th, Paul Regney going to be 20th, Tim Rivers 21st, John Stathakis in or Stathakos, one of these days I'll get that right, 22nd. Philip Fields in 23rd, and that's going to round out the guys that started the race. And Robert, you finished 25th.
Oh, might help if I mute my mic. Yeah, yeah. Hey, well, you know, I'll take 25th. I'm not complaining. Oh man, but you know what? Out of this race here, man, John finished. He was up there running and finished his 27 laps down. So he had some kind of technical problems, but man, he had a great run. But I take out of this race, wow, I good race, very good race. I wasn't sure what we were going to come into tonight here at Kentucky with these cars, and we came down to a fuel mileage race, and wow, great race from everybody out there. After we had only 3 yellows, they really they put on a show and showed everybody some good racing. So that's what I take away from here tonight, guys.
Yeah, really good racing overall, and cool for Jack Walls to try that there at the end. And yeah, just a really good run of the race here at Area 51, ready for tomorrow night now.
Yeah, there's always somebody every single race at Area 51 that has to give that suspense factor. And tonight it was Jack Walls. Couldn't get it done, but I mean, still incredible to go 47 laps. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I'll watch a race at Kentucky any day. I'm glad I wasn't in the car tonight, but especially, I mean, I don't know if it was the tire or the custom fixed setup that these guys run, but those cars being really loose in the early part of the run, that is interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how that is moving forward at 1.5 miles at night. We'll have to make a note of that and keep an eye on it. But yeah, I mean, Area 51, you can't say anything else about them. They're fantastic. Put on a great show, race really well with one another. And if you, like Robert always says, if you are looking for a league and are available on any of these nights that they race, I'm sure they would be glad to have you.
Yes, most definitely. But, yep. All right. Well, before we sign off here tonight, don't forget to check out us here. We'll be live, like we said, tomorrow night at Auto Club at 8:55. Then we are off Friday night. We're off Saturday night. And we'll be live with these guys on their Super Speedway series on Sunday night. And then we're off on Monday, and then we have Tuesday and Wednesday again next week, and we'll keep informed on what we're going to be running or how they're going to do their layouts. But we'll just make sure you tune in, and you'll see some action-packed racing. And coming up here in February 8th, we will start being live with World Series Sim Racing League, starting at 9 o'clock. That's going to be run by Cedric Hunter, Zach Hall up here in the booth, and Brian Johnson. So make sure you check them guys out and check us out when they start their season up here in the 2020 season. So, and I want to give a shout out real quick to the sponsors of tonight, iPitting. Make sure you go over and check out iPitting and check out Dirty Air Podcast on Wednesday nights. But until then, guys, until tomorrow, we're going to pack our stuff up and start heading west to go to Auto Club, where we're going to see that long 2-mile track, high-speed racing with the Gen6. But until then, like we always say up here in Freaky Fest, God bless everybody. Love yous all. Peace out.
Later, fellers.
Bye, everybody.